Welcome my freckled friends, this is Jamie, and in today's video we are finally going all the way back to the beginning. Today's video is all about HELLEVATOR. I'm going to be watching the teaser video, I'm going to be watching the music video, and then I might even throw the dance practice in there. I don't know yet. Maybe. You know, Bippy Longstockings. So very excited. I honestly, I don't fully recognize who is in the thumbnail to this teaser. I think it might be Hyunjin. They look very young. On my Patreon, which is actually going to be out on Friday, September 2nd, I got scared to do it on the 1st because, as I said, Patreon always charges on the 1st. So I was like, well, what if people come and they sign up on the 1st and they get charged, but then they also get charged like later on in that day because it's the 1st. That probably is ridiculous, but I would just rather avoid even the like slightest little bitty possibility of that happening. So Patreon's gonna be up on the 2nd, on September 2nd, on Friday. Over on my Patreon, I am going to start, I'm actually gonna film that a little bit later. I'm gonna start the survival show. We're gonna kind of try and move through that first. That'll be the first thing that I do, Stray Kids related. Sorry, I feel weird. I think that's why my hands are like all over the place. My dog. So stay tuned for that. That will be, like I said, 2 days on Friday. Survival show. I almost said survival kids. So I'm really excited to go back to the beginning, see where they started. I know there was a 9th member at this time. Let's do it. HELLEVATOR. Let's go. I don't quite like how I look today. You know, you have those days. No. Wow, 2017. I had seen that, but all of a sudden in my head I got confused as to what year they debuted. But some of them were like teenagers at this time, right? So I see some folk in an elevator. Makes sense. In a school classroom. That is Hyunjin, who is in the thumbnail. Walking through a school. So I see a school and an elevator, an abandoned school and an elevator. Are they comparing school to hell? Cause same. Says the former teacher. Stay in school, kids. But I have a feeling it has nothing to do with that. Just, you know, talking through some stuff in my head. Okay, music video. Let's do it.
내 삶은 밑바닥 난 떨어지 어두운 터널 속을 걷고 있어 내게 잔인하고 두려운 하루를 홀로 버티고 있어 멀어져 가는 것을 목도 낯선 길 위에 지치리도 폭도 없이 내가 많은 길을 가는 가이다 팔지도도 하나 없이 위로 가는 길은 절대 다시 뒤로 가기 싫어 막막한 미루야 피눈물 대신 피땀 흘리면 나를 빌어 사람들은 내게 말해 그 정도의 고비는 지나가는 소나기라고 성공은 앞이라면 두려워도 실패라는 덫이 갈라고 그래 나는 고통이란 미끼를 덮어 물지 방황하는 거야 지친 열정의 날개를 잠시 접어둔 채 떨어지 어둠 터널 속을 걷고 있어 내게 잔인하고 두려운 나를 홀로 버티고 있어 손을 밀어도 날 잡아줄 사람은 아무도 없어 내 앞에 내 눈물을 타고 위로 빠져나가고 있어.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to pay as much attention to I know I usually do, and all of a sudden I forgot that that's what I do. To do the lyrics first. I promise on the next one I will remember. But this one I like completely forgot that I look up the lyrics first. Because I know that I'm gonna do the dance practice, I'm trying not to focus as much on the dancing and focus more on what they're saying. And this seems like a very intense, like deep song to be. This is their debut song, right? Or was this pre-debut? But this is like the first we're hearing of Stray Kids, right? Yeah, my life's at a rock bottom's cliff. I'm walking in a dark tunnel. I'm holding up this cruel, dreadful day alone. My school hallway is fading away on this unfamiliar way. I'm so unlucky I don't have any map to tell me whether this road is right. I'm comforting myself, shedding bloody sweats instead of bloody tears. They tell me such hills are just passing showers. So yes, I bite the baits that are called pain. I feel like unfortunately everyone tells you that. It's like whenever you're going through a hard time, there are people who will tell you, oh, that's just life. Oh, that's just something that you have to go through in order to grow, in order to mature. Just, you know, that's life. That's what you have to go through in order to get to this place of maturity, this place of understanding, this place, you know, if it's in the case of these guys, sometimes that, you know, you have to go through all of this hardship, all of this pain sometimes, and all this work in order to get to where you want to go. And I somewhat agree with it, but also think that sometimes things are taken too far and people still make that excuse and still tell you that, when really it's like, nope, you shouldn't have to go through that. Like that's too much, you know? There are difficulties in life, definitely, and some of those things are necessary for growth and for maturity, but sometimes it definitely can go too far. So anyways, let's continue.
날 잡아줄 사람은 아무도 없어 내 앞에 내 눈물은 타고 위로 빠져나가고 있어.
I'm finding it hard not to look at the dancing.
날 위한 속이는 걱정 하나 없이 차가운 말들 분홍토를 꿈은 좀 접어 포기란 말들이 내 길을 따라가며 절망감만 커져가 희망이란 하늘을 주변 사람의 손으로 가린다 나 살리기도 하며
I liked that line. Covering the sky called hope with the hands of the people beside me.
주변 사람의 손으로 가린다 나 살리기도 하며 버티고 있어 날 째려보
Yeah, it's like the people beside you who keep telling you your dreams are too unrealistic, your dreams are ridiculous, like telling yourself to hold on, save yourself from their unkind stares.
어둠 터는 손을 갖고 있어 내게 잔인하고 두려운 나를
I feel like Han and Sungmin don't really look that much different. And Chen.
아무도 없어 내 앞에 내 눈물을 타고 위로 빠져나가고 있어 I'm on a elevator 주로는 어디에 어둠 속에 갇혀있던 나를 끌어내 좀 더 빠르게 이것을 run away I'm on the elevator 난 올라갈게 어두웠던 내 과거 탈출해 내 깜깜했던 앞길을 비춰 미쳐버릴 때 지겨운 시간 잊혀져 버릴 때 이 길을 뛰어 외면하던 새로운 시작의 종소리가 울리며 나는 올라탔지 내 손을 작은 펜트하우스로 데려다줄 my elevator
Okay, that was really cool. So Woojin, I think, is the one who is the 9th one. I definitely remember being told that he had kind of a big part in the group, so I would hear a lot from him, and he's got a great voice. So yeah, I can understand why he was featured a lot. And I was about to say, I know that Felix, you know, had a hard time and wasn't fluent in Korean, and so he was not featured much at the beginning while he was still learning. But I really was like, it got to right before his part started, I was about to say something like, gosh, I know I wasn't going to be hearing from Felix a lot, but I thought he would at least be, because he is a really great dancer, I thought he'd at least be somewhere out front featured in the dancing. And I was like, I feel like I haven't seen him at all. Like I had to look out of the corner of my eye to see him over in the corner, but then he just came right on my screen. So, all right, let's go ahead and get to the dance practice, and then I will speak my piece at the end. I'm like trying to find everyone and identify everyone. It's funny how, where's Hyunjin? Did he have a growth spurt at some point? Because I can't find him. I feel like usually he sticks out so much because he's now like a good 3 inches taller than everyone. I can't find him. I can't find anybody. Who are all these people? I'm just kidding. There's Ian. Right. Yeah. And of course Jen. There's Han. I love sometimes that like militaristic way of dancing. That's so like the lines are perfect, everyone's like in unison. It's as a word I use a lot on this channel. It's so satisfying to watch and to look at. Love it. I was also on the step team, so I love hearing the stomps on the floor. Oh, Hyunjin is in the red shirt. His like, face is completely covered. Okay, I gotcha. Because I think everybody else, well, of course, I should just process of elimination. There's Lino. I'm not trying to show a bias because I don't know that I have one yet, but I actually Felix comes in, and I think that is actually my favorite part of the song. Also, I am loving this like strawberry blonde that he has going on. That was great. I really like that song. I feel like Changbin and Han sounded very familiar. And there are still a couple that I sometimes have a hard time distinguishing just by listening to them, because sometimes the tone that they take on certain songs are very similar to each other, and then there are other songs in which they sound very distinctive from each other. So so sometimes that throws me a little bit. Chen and Lino are two that I feel like sometimes sound very similar. I liked it. I think that was a great first song. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that was their first song. It's a great first song and a great introduction to this group for the world. Really excited to get into the next few things. I'm very excited. I'm about to go film Stray Kids Survival Show episode 1. So very excited to get into that. But that will be over on my Patreon on Saturday. Sorry, Friday. I keep moving it back. On Friday. So stay tuned for that. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, give this a thumbs up, and all that jazz. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.